So today's topic, I'm saying it's like I'm gonna do this every day. I'm just on a little roll right now. Don't get used to this shit. But I was just sitting here thinking about what I posted yesterday and some of the conversations that we had in response to what I was saying yesterday. And I think it is deserving of other or further conversation. And, we got into a part of the conversation when we were talking about group norms. And, a guy was trying to make it seem like what I was saying wasn't correct. And like Van is making this shit up out of his head. And, I thought this is supposed to be a centrist group, meaning in the middle. But a lot of the responses, I think some of y'all opposes. And you really, far right, but you're posing, or you want to tell yourself, you're not honest with yourself that you're far right, but you want to be, I'm a centrist. Based on some of them the responses, some of y'all didn't even watch the damn video before you started responding. I couldn't believe it. And then to justify it, it was, I misread, or I was looking at the title. I still don't understand how you misread the title or misunderstood the title. But I blame Oprah for that. That's Oprah's fault. Before Oprah, people didn't think their opinions mattered. And that they didn't even feel that they had to share their opinion. But Oprah made everybody feel important. Or feel that what you got to say is important. Oprah did that to y'all. Did that to everybody. Did that to the country. Everybody think what they think. Everybody think they're smart, first of all. And contrary to all evidence, you wasn't smart in school, so now all of a sudden you're an adult, now you're smart. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Sometimes you need to shut the fuck up. But the internet and Oprah did that to everybody, made everybody feel that they're entitled to share their opinion. You're entitled to have an opinion, but you're not entitled to share your opinion. Because in the real world, if you do that in the real world, somebody will punch you in your fucking face. But we got into this political correct society where everybody wants to be politically correct, and we forget about manners. And in real society, you can't just bust up in a conversation, especially when you don't understand the conversation, and put your 2 cents in. Don't nobody want to hear that. And you might get hurt. That's real life. But some of y'all don't exist in real life. You're a different person online than who you are in the real world. And Oprah did that to y'all. Like I said, Oprah made everybody feel that they matter. You don't matter to everybody. What you think nobody cares about your perspective, especially if it don't involve you. And that's a problem. And I'm going to be a little bit prejudiced when I say this, but that's a problem with white people. White people do that a lot. Particularly white men. White men feel that somebody cares about what you got to say. And we don't. Some things don't involve you. You should not speak on. We don't need your perspective on everything. Shut the fuck up sometime and listen, and you might learn something. Because white people in general feel that if they don't agree with your perspective, it must not be true. This is documented. Right before the Civil Rights March on D.C., right before that march, Nielsen did a poll on white people and asked them, do you feel blacks are being treated equally? Do you think they have equal access to education and economic opportunities? And 90-something% of these white people say, yes, they do. So they were just ignoring all of these black people marching on Washington. Like, I don't understand why they marching. They got everything we got. Why are they marching? This is what was being said. This is what they felt. Every time a non-white group tries to tell y'all something, y'all have a hard time accepting the truth. This is why the Rodney King thing jumped off so bad. We have been telling y'all they was whooping our asses for years. Y'all didn't believe it because that wasn't your experience. That wasn't your experience. Well, why would it be your experience? Most white people in this country live in a bubble. They don't interact on a daily basis with black people or other groups of people. Most black people live in a bubble. Let's be truthful for it. So I can't tell you how you feel. I can only ask you. And then I have to accept what you say as being credible. I can't just say, oh, that shit ain't true, because it ain't my personal experience. But if all of y'all are saying the same shit, I gotta start believing you at some point. Group norms. This guy yesterday he couldn't grasp the concept. There's 10,000 years of human psychology. Van didn't make this shit up. Every group has norms. They're unspoken and unwritten. They're group norms. And when somebody is outside of that group norm, you know it. This ain't a black issue or a white issue. That's every group. Any group you want to talk about has certain norms. And when somebody is outside of the norms, they can't speak for the rest of the group if they're so far outside of the group norm. That I don't understand why that's a hard concept. Any group. It ain't just with black people. You even got subgroups of groups. Black men, black women, white men, children, gay people, lesbian people, not just gay people, but lesbians too. I mean, I don't know if that's correct, but you got group norms no matter what. So, yeah, is somebody fake? They're not authentic. They're a sham. It's a sham when they put somebody on TV who does not represent the group to speak for the group. That is a sham. Maybe fake, you don't understand. You know, the fake and sham is synonymous with one another. They're synonymous, okay? But maybe sham is a better word, because that is designed to mislead people. And yes, white people, you are being misled too. These are the plutocrats pulling your damn strings. It's not by accident. It's like I told you about that girl from Jersey the other day. It wasn't an accident that they found her. Or all of the black women that they could have found from Jersey, they found the one who never saw racism in New Jersey. The fuck out of here. But she just happened to grow up around white people. So she doesn't represent the group, the normal group of most black people don't grow up around white people in privilege. That's not the group norm. So, of course, her perspective is going to be different. And she's going to say foolish things like that. And she probably believes what she says. She need to have a conversation with me, because I know it's not true. But she surrounded herself by people who support her view, who support her individual perspective, even though it doesn't represent everybody. Nobody. And it's not fair. Again, we can't, I can't say, hey, Donald Trump, because he's a white man, and what he's saying, that's how all white people think. No, fuck no. That ain't true. He don't speak for everybody. Donald Trump is an outlier. He is not the norm. Again, he grew up in privilege, which is why he thinks a lot of the ways he thinks. And I'm not just knocking people because they got money, but it's certain groups of people who grow up in privilege who They don't acknowledge their own privilege. We all have privileges. Some have more than others. Okay? But I can't sit here and tell you today that, I'm from the hood and I dug myself out of the hood and went to college on my own. No, I had some privileges that some of my friends didn't have. My grandparents, they worked for AT&T for 40 years. They were they were middle class black people. I had an advantage. That was an advantage I had. I was fortunate to go to college. I was fortunate to be able to do that. And that was because of a white woman helped me. And I'm very appreciative to her. So I don't want nobody thinking, hey, Van hates white people. No, I love y'all. Hell, if you really listen to me talk, you probably think I hate black people more than I hate white people because I really talk shit about black people. But we got to understand, again, responding to a video without watching a video, to me, that's just ignorant. That's just plain ignorance. But they couldn't take themselves out of their own individual bubble. So they wanted to internalize what I was saying and make it about them some kind of way and took offense to what I was saying. It wasn't even directed at them. I'm talking to black people. Where are the real black people at? I'm talking to them. Because they putting all of these fake black people up. Yeah, they fake. And you can't understand that concept. I don't know, we get caught up in black and white with the colors all the time. It's a lot of cultural shit and demographics and things that are involved in it as well. It's not just the color of your skin. Just because you dark don't mean you black. Hell, I'd have met some white boys that's blacker than me. They grew up in the hood and grew up nothing but black people, and that's just who they are. And I get it. That's fine. And I'm not saying you got to have hood credentials to be black. All black people ain't from the hood either. Close that door. All black people ain't from the hood. Majority of us are, majority of us have connections to the hood. You may be a generation out of the hood or something like that, but that's just what it was. But being hood, like I said, is taking on new meanings. It's being redefined in today's world. The hood wasn't a bad place. I played outside. I rode my bike. It was a tough place, but it wasn't bad like, some of y'all may get this impression. Hell, I done met some tough guys from the suburbs. I done met some of the toughest guys I've known. They grew up in the suburbs, so it ain't even about being tough. But that's that Donald Trump shit because he idolized the mob guys for so long up there in New Jersey and New York, and they dealt with him because he had the money. But he wants to be like them so bad. That's what his problem with his lawyer, Comey, with his Cohen or whatever his damn name is. That they want to idolize those mob guys and like they live in that life or whatever. Same thing with Chris Christie. Chris Christie grew up in Livingston, New Jersey. That was a very prestigious and affluent neighborhood. But he went around the country like he was a tough guy. He wasn't no tough guy. He could have came 20 minutes down South Orange Avenue to Newark if he wanted to be a tough guy. But he didn't do that because he knew he would have got his ass whooped. But these guys get up on TV and want to pretend like, again, they speak for the group. I don't think every white guy in New Jersey is like Chris Christie or these Jersey Shore dudes. Actually, them Jersey Shore dudes, they not even from Jersey. They from New York. It's a big difference between New York and New Jersey. Believe me. Especially Long Island. That's the suburbs. But we let these plutocrats who control the media and control the corporations and control what imagery gets put out there for the most part. And for most part, they control who your politicians are. Because we're not an informed people anymore. We used to be informed. We used to appreciate intelligence. Now we just give it away to everybody. Everybody thinks they're intelligent now. Even though they barely graduated high school, they all of a sudden, because they got a smartphone, they think they're smart. And they think somebody cares about your opinion. Your opinion don't matter to everybody. I don't share everything I think with y'all. Some shit ain't relevant. Some things you don't need to know. Or it ain't my business. And that's what I've been saying about these doggone, I keep saying Mexican immigrants, and I need to correct myself. They're not all from Mexico. Some of them are from Central America. But these immigrants who are going to the border, that ain't our business. That's an immigration problem. That affects that population of people. But all of a sudden, we because for political reasons, it's being highly politicized. And everybody wants to get on TV and share their opinion. And all these kids, kids is locked up every damn day. You cannot commit a crime and you have your kids with you and they let you keep your kids. When you go to jail, your kids go somewhere else. Social services will pick up your kids. That's the American way. And these motherfuckers is getting on TV talking about, oh, this ain't America. Bullshit, that is America. If you commit a crime with your kids will get picked up by social services. Some government agency will pick up your damn child. So why are we going to give them special treatment? They got it to the country illegally. That's why the kids got picked up. You can't commit a crime. You can't steal a candy bar with your kids with you and they don't take your kids. That's what happens. Oh, it's a misdemeanor. I don't give a fuck what it is. They will take your kids from you if you gotta go to jail, or if you gotta get apprehended or taken into custody by any agency. Your kids do not sit next to you. You will be in that jail cell by yourself. It don't work that way. But we're so horrified by it. This shit has been happening forever in this country. And I ain't even got to bring up slavery. I'm talking about recent history. Yesterday, it happened in America, in most cities. Somebody got their child taken from them. And they probably didn't do nothing serious. Not as serious as breaking into another country. It might have been a traffic ticket or a municipal fine. It could have been anything like that. That shit happens. I showed y'all the video, so don't be acting like, oh, this is Van making this shit up. This shit happens. Open your fucking eyes. So that's the hypocrisy I keep telling y'all about. No, I don't have no extra emotions for this shit. No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't care. It's sad. Yeah, I'm not a monster. Well, I am a monster sometimes, but I'm not a monster. This shit is sad. Yeah, but that's it. That's as far as it go with me. I gotta go on with life. Because it happens every day. And then the other people, again, everybody wants to try to spin this shit to fit that they're, just like Trevor Noah said on that video somebody posted, everybody wants to be partisan and flip it and spin it to their partisan advantage. I was watching Fox News this morning. They the only news channel. I watched CNN yesterday, CNN and MSNBC yesterday, and I watched Fox News this morning. Today was the first time that I saw them anybody down on the border talking to the Border Patrol people. That was the first time. Why? Because what that Border Patrol officer was saying didn't agree with what they say on CNN and MSNBC. They didn't agree with it. It didn't agree with their partisan view. So they didn't give you that information. They didn't lie. They just didn't talk about it. I don't agree with everything they say on TV. There's three sides to every story. Understand that. There's your side, there's my side, and there is what really happened. That's what this group is supposed to be about, the center. But you can't always go by your side and react based on your side. You got to consider the other side too. And that's what happened yesterday on the Post. People kept responding based on their side. Didn't watch the video. Read the title, and based on how they felt about the title, they wanted to respond. How the fuck you do that? And that's why we have problems in this country. And even after I told him, I gave him a textbook definition of what group norms was, he still was trying to defend his side. It took another guy to say, hey, Van is right. Van is right about this shit. I ain't got no political objectives. I'm telling you one black man's perspective. Do I agree with the group on everything? Hell fucking no. Nobody does. Do I agree with the group? No. Actually, I'm probably radical in my group. But there's a lot of shit I say, and the shit that I openly communicate to y'all is close to what the group norms are. Now, I got some shit that I'm radical about. Okay? Again, I'm about gun. I'm about guns. Okay? And I support that shit. Most black people don't. They not NRA members. They don't believe in buying weapons. They rather buy damn sneakers and shit. I've been telling these motherfuckers all for years, go buy some guns. They don't listen to me. So it's a lot of shit that I don't agree with what black people agree with. Hell, just like I told Bree the other night on here, we was chatting. I don't like watermelon. Most black people like watermelon. I hate watermelon. I can't stand it. I eat it every now and then, but that shit, I ain't craving that shit. I do. Y'all ain't taking my fried chicken from me, though. But, you know, we got to start being honest about shit. When somebody tells you something, that Border Patrol man was telling you his perspective, what he sees every day, firsthand, and he was Mexican. He telling you this, what's going on. But the liberals, they don't even want to listen to him. He like, motherfucker, I'm down here. I've been doing this job for 20 years. Yeah, we checking their kids. We don't even know if they their kids. This is what goes on. The coyotes be selling kids so people can pretend to be families. Then on MSNBC, they picked it up today. And they started responding to that shit today on the sly, saying, oh, there's no evidence of it. There's no evidence because they ain't looking for it. They're not. I read yesterday that they aren't even tracking how many fraud. They have no way of tracking or detecting if the families are really families because the people have no documentation. So short of them doing a DNA test, which they aren't doing, they don't know. So, but don't tell me there's no evidence of it. Oh, there's only 1% of the cases have been found to be fraudulent. You found them 1% by accident. But that's the same shit. Liberals play that game all the time. They did that during the elections when they was talking about the welfare queens and shit like that. Oh, that doesn't happen. Fraud in the welfare system is very low. Bull fucking shit. I know people on Section 8 that's fraudulent. It's generations of these bitches. The grandmama, the mama, the aunts, they all living together. They know how to game the system because that's what they've been doing. But if you're not checking for it and you don't know how to check for it, you're not going to find it. But don't tell me there is none when you're not looking for it. Be honest about it because see, that play on words is funny. Be honest about it. You ain't checking for it. Just say that. Oh, we haven't looked for that yet. Okay, I can live with that. But don't tell me there is none or there's only 1% when you aren't actively, you have no mechanisms in place to actually check for it. Don't do that. But that's the game that they like to play. And all of these motherfuckers lie, man. But again, that's why I watch all three news stations. Because there's three sides to the story. You got to get all the sides, and somewhere the truth is in the middle. So the Fox News lie, hell yeah, they lie. The MSNBC lie, hell yeah, they lie. CNN, hell yeah. So you got to use your own common sense to be intuitive and see what's going on. So that way you can say, okay, the truth is in the middle somewhere. I heard what they said. I heard what they said on this channel. Somewhere in the middle, the truth is. So the liberals are telling you, oh, it's so horrific that we don't do this to the kids. This is the American way. And then you got the Border Patrol motherfucker on Fox telling you the whole opposite. Oh, like this shit go on every day here. Somewhere in the middle, something is really happening. It's more than nothing and less than than less than the other. But don't tell me it's not happening. Don't tell me that. But they did that during the election, like I said, with the welfare queens. I know personally people who have gamed the system for years. for years. I've seen them. I've seen it. And I was astonished. I was astounded by it. Because I take care of my kids. I ain't getting over like they are. And it ain't just black people. It's white people, too. More white people on welfare than black people. I just don't have no exposure to them, so I don't know a lot of them. The ones I know is black. Most of them. But don't tell me it ain't happening. Open your eyes. All you got to do is visit any public housing community or Section 8 community in this country. Go to any social service office in this country, in any city. I guarantee you're going to see a whole lot of new cars and a whole lot of new sneakers. That ain't by accident. But they rent us $50 a month, including utilities. They gave me the system. I'm not mad at them. Hey, get that money. Do what you got to do. That's on you. But don't tell me it ain't happening. Because I know it happened, and we know people who is happening to, who's doing it. But we got this hypocrisy in America where we want to preach moral morality around the world, but we aren't moral people. We change the rules as time goes on and our positions change. We like to change the rules. In other countries, they see that shit. And then that's why they're like, fuck y'all, man. Y'all can't tell me that's what you want us to do when you don't do it yourself. That's the hypocrisy. That is the hypocrisy. But again, that's a group norm that we have as Americans. We are arrogant. Other countries, they see us, other cultures, they see us as being arrogant. We are. We arrogant, we think we the best at everything, and we ain't. And have never been. But we can't be honest about that shit. We preach morality, and we've always been this moral. No, the fuck we wasn't. When? What year? Make America great. What year? What were we great? Please tell me. What year were we so moral? What year? What decade? Please tell me. We got to start being honest. We can be. We can be. But we got to start being honest first about our own bullshit. So that way, we can say to other countries, yeah, man, we did some fucked up shit in the past, but yeah, we got our shit together now. We good. We can't even say that shit with a straight face. We can't do it. We need to get real with ourselves before we try to start preaching morality and democracy to other cultures. How we gonna tell Chinese people what to fucking do? That's one of the oldest cultures. One of the oldest cultures on the earth. They've been doing this shit for 10,000 years. They've been a country, in a group. We just got here. But that's Western civilization. We have that arrogance that we inherited from Western civilization. We got that shit from Rome. We've passed that along the way. And through syncretism and other things, we've stolen things from other cultures. But we still have that arrogance. We got to stop doing that. If we truly want to be great. Hold on a minute. My damn phone acting up. This thing always acting up, man. Give me a second here. Hey, baby, go watch TV in the back. All right, I'm back on the charger now. Oh yeah, we got to stop being that way, man, and stop ignoring reality. Like other people don't see the horrific shit America has done. We got to stop doing that and denying reality and making up shit. We have never been great as a country. We've done great things. We've made tremendous advances and things of that nature, but we've done some fucked up shit along the way. But we can't, but that's the American way. It's political. We want to ignore groups of people and save other groups of people politically. We're not applying it evenly across the board. That's why we're having this conversation about the border and what's going on down there in Texas. That ain't none of my business. I'm sad. I feel sad. Hey, I felt sad when they took me away from my kids in handcuffs over a damn court fine that I had already paid. But they did that shit and didn't give a fuck. Mr. Johnson, you better get your ass in the back of that car. And made me sit in jail for 7 days, even though I had the money to pay to get out. And then not even an apology. Just, oh, here, we found a discrepancy. 6 months later, we found a discrepancy. They didn't give a fuck that I lost my job. They didn't care about that. Because they got them court fines. That's what it was all about. Yeah, I do need an extension cord. Actually, this one is 10 feet long, man. But I ain't got no plug outside that I can plug it into. And y'all know I like talking outside. It's hot, so that's why I'm in the air conditioner right now. That's why I just kicked Brooklyn out the living room. You know, I played like I was about to watch TV, man. I want some air conditioning. I'm not even going to lie right now. Yeah, I'm a horrible father. Yeah, I get it. There's TV in the back. They go watch that TV back there. But we got to stop acting like other people can't see our history and see what we've done. Just yesterday, they know what's going on. The world has gotten smaller because of the internet, not larger. It's gotten smaller. So it's not easy for Americans used to be able to hide what they do because everybody don't know. But everybody sees that shit every day. Every day. Hell, you go to YouTube and see the shit. Van don't tell y'all nothing that Van can't prove. I don't just talk randomly off the top of my head. I don't do that. I've thought about the things that I say. Hell, I've been thinking about saying this shit all day. I just wanted to get my thoughts together. And some of y'all can't do that. Y'all just want to react to a title of a video and just run off with your damn mouth. Stop doing that. Because we both know if we was in person, you wouldn't do that. But Van would still be Van. That's how men act. Men don't do that to each other. Play them games and try to put words in people's mouths. That's female traits. That's a group norm in the females. Men don't do that to each other. Because real men will punch you in your damn mouth. Don't do that. And I answered every single time. Every question. Then try to say, oh, you didn't answer the questions. I answered every question. I responded to everything. And I was polite. As polite as I could be. But I'm not going to address ignorance but for so long. I'm not going to do it. So you want to be ignorant, play games, and troll me and all that bullshit? Hey, that's on you, man. Good luck with it. I don't give a fuck. But anybody can go behind us and read the comments and see what I was saying. And I didn't say anything that was incorrect. So check yourself, bruh. Check yourself. There's a black test, man. I'm going to tell y'all this, because, a lot of y'all white, you don't really know. So I'm going to give you the black test. Okay, here's the black test. And you can ask any black person these questions, okay? If you want to find out how black they are, okay? I was talking to a girl. Let me give you the story first. I always got a story. Let me give you the story first. So my cousin was talking to this girl, and I started talking to her, and I just got a vibe from her. Like, she wasn't quite right. She's a black girl, but she wasn't quite right. Something was off about her, man. And she grew up in an affluent area. That's what I ended up finding out later. But I was picking up on it right away by some of the things she was saying. First of all, she didn't know who Madea was. Okay? And this is at a time, this might have been, 15 years ago, I guess, before Madea got real popular. I'm talking about the Tyler Perry character. Before he started making movies, he had a lot of bootleg plays. Well, it wasn't bootleg plays, but all black people. That's how we got to see the plays from bootlegs, okay? And every real black person knows who Madea is, okay? That's one. Now, that ain't a good test no more because, again, Madea is in popular culture now. But that was part of the test back then. She didn't know who Madea was. So I said to her, where are you from? And then she told me, and I said, really? She was from Scotch Plains, New Jersey or something. Kind of affluent suburb of in New Jersey, in northern New Jersey. Not as affluent as Paramus, but it still was pretty affluent. Um, so I said, well, where your mama from or whatever? And and she got a little defensive. And, why are you asking me about my mama and all of this? I said, because, man, I can't believe what you just said to me. And I said, I know your mama don't think like that. So I started giving her the black test. I said, you got hot sauce in your house right now? That's what Texas Pete is, hot sauce. And that's the most popular hot sauce that black people use, Texas Pete. She was like, no, I don't have Texas Pete in my house. I'm like, okay, strike one. Then I was like, okay, you got a can or a drawer in your kitchen where you got a bunch of ketchup packets and soy sauce packets? She was like, no, what are you talking about? I'm like, okay, strike two. Like, I said, listen, man, I'm going to need you to call your mama. I was like, because I can't believe this shit. Like, you acting real bougie. That's what we call it in the black community. When people act like that, we call them bougie black people. She was acting real bougie, okay? So we got her mama on the phone. And I started talking to her mama, and I gave her mama the black test. She was like, yeah, baby, I got some hot sauce in the house. She was like, I got 3 different kinds. I was like, okay, there we go. Then I asked her mama about the soy sauce and shit. And she was like, yeah, I got a whole drawer full of it. That's shit black people do. I don't know why we do that dumb shit, but every black person keeps soy sauce. I don't know why. The Chinese people, you go to the Chinese restaurant, they give you 1,000,000 packets of that shit. Why do we save it? I don't know. I guess we think they're gonna run out one day. But all black people do that. All real black people do that shit. You don't believe me? Ask them. Go to your black friend and say, you got some soy sauce packets? Don't tell them why, just ask them. I guarantee they give you some. I guarantee it. Now, them ketchup packets they ain't gonna give up them ketchup packets, but they give you some soy sauce, some duck sauce. We got 1,000,000 in them. Sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's. Why y'all think McDonald's started charging for sauce? Because black people will have extra sauce in their house. I got some damn barbecue sauce in my house right damn now. I'm pretty sure of it. I got some kind of damn sauce in my house right the fuck now. Let me go to my kitchen, because y'all think I'm playing probably. And I'm going to prove this shit out of damn container in my damn kitchen. Hold on. Let me get this. Y'all think I'm playing. Let me switch the damn camera around. I'm going to show you black people shit, okay? I don't know why we do this. All right. Here go the damn canister that I just pulled out of my damn kitchen. Look at all this damn sauce we got. I don't know why we do this. They go to hot sauce, right? Ain't that Texas Pete? Hello. Mm-hmm. Soy sauce. Okay. Why we save this shit? We are never gonna use this shit. We're never gonna use all of this sauce. I don't know, but we just can't throw it away. It's something about sauce and package and shit. There goes some Taco Bell sauce. What's that? Oh, that's more hot sauce. That's from where? KFC hot sauce. I mean, really, we just save this shit. I don't know why we do that, but that's what we do. Okay? So if you want to test your blackness, and some white people do that shit too. I've seen some white people do that. But generally speaking, as a group of people, black people do that. We do these things. Okay? And it's almost funny. Hell, black women will keep hot sauce in their pockets, in their pocketbooks. You don't believe me? I guarantee you go to work. If you work with a bunch of black people, go to work and ask a black woman if she got some hot sauce. I guarantee one of them will pull out some hot sauce out of their pocketbook. I don't know why we do that. That's the shit we do. Okay? I don't know. Okay, see, I talk shit about black people too. I'm telling y'all some insider shit, man. Y'all better enjoy this. Okay, but that shit black people do. Ashley, don't even sit here and tell me you ain't got all that shit in your car. Don't tell me you ain't got some kind of packet of sauce or some napkins or some shit in your car from some restaurant. Don't even sit here and tell me that. Okay? I know better. Yeah, exactly. I know you. Damn, 15 damn years, I know you very well. Your ass black as hell like me. But if a black person don't have none of these things, or they don't check, you can't check these things off the list, I guarantee they're not real black people. Okay, that's the black test. Okay? I'm sorry, that's just it's certain shit. And the rules change over time. They change over time. Okay? There's certain shit that just black people just do. And they're just exposed to as a group. We don't talk about them. It's unspoken and unwritten. But we all do it. Yeah, I know you got napkins. You got something. We steal napkins from restaurants. I don't know why we do that. Don't even be needing them. I don't know why we do that. Oh, Don just said they keep them at work. Yeah, we do it at work too, man. We do it at work. I had all kind of shit at my desk at work, man. All kind of shit. But we do that shit. I don't know why. But I'm telling y'all this is the truth. And I'm telling you, hey, you could prove what I'm saying. I'm not just saying Van making this shit up. I'm telling y'all, go talk to some black people. Ask them, hey, go on Facebook and say, what's your favorite kind of hot sauce? Most black people most black people are gonna say Texas Pete. Now, depending on where they live, it may change. Cause out like in the Midwest, they kind of like that Louisiana, which is not that bad. They like that in other parts of the country, but I guarantee most black people, because most black people live on the East Coast and in eastern cities, most black people are gonna say Texas Pete. Now, you got different degrees of blackness. If you want to see some real black people, I guarantee they got some Old Bay in their kitchen. Guarantee it. I guarantee they got a bag of grits in their kitchen too. So that's when you're getting real black. Okay, when you start having shit like that, I got all that shit. Okay, they got some onion powder. They got some garlic, some garlic powder. That's real black people shit. Okay, but there are different tests that you could do. No, all black people don't drink Kool-Aid. Most of them do, but we all don't. We all don't drink sweet tea. Okay, but I guarantee if they make some sweet tea, they make some Kool-Aid, that shit gonna be sweet. That's black people shit. That's just what we do. So if I'm telling y'all this, man, just take my word for it, man. But if you don't want to take my word, go ask. And then you be like, damn, Van was right. Van told me this shit was gonna happen. Yeah, Tabasco is the other one. Yeah, Tabasco is one. I might even have some of that in my house. Tabasco. It's just certain shit we do. And it ain't being racist. It ain't being prejudiced. Let me explain. We talk about racism for a minute because we use that word too much. Okay, racism is an economic term. Okay, so if we're not talking about economics, please do not bring up racism. Okay, just because somebody doesn't like a black person or a white person or a Mexican or whatever, that doesn't automatically make them a racist. That means they're prejudiced. Prejudice and racism are not interchangeable terms. They're two different things. Racism, hold on, I'm trying to read something now. Hold on, Don just said something. Yeah, he said what I say. Because I think I think Don is from the Midwest, so he know exactly what I'm talking about that Louisiana, Franks, even in the South with mayonnaise. Even in the South with mayonnaise. Now, Dukes is a Southern thing. You get that in North and South Carolina, parts of Virginia. I don't know about Alabama and Georgia. You get Duke. You know, they like Dukes down here in the Southeast. Okay, up north is Hellman's or Miracle Whip. I'm not sure about the Midwest. Don probably could tell you about that. I think it's Hellman's or Miracle Whip also in the Midwest. That's preferred mayonnaise. Um, but again, that's when now we start getting into the norms, the group norms of subcultures. So you got black people and then you got Southern black people. So sometimes the group norms are different based on the subgroup that you're talking about. I learned a lot of shit about black people when I moved down south. I was like, damn, y'all strange, because they was a little bit different, you know. And they tried to give me the black test when I first moved down here. When I first moved down here, I was playing basketball, and we went out as a team. We was going to some tournament. We was eating breakfast at some restaurant, and I ordered grits. And yeah, see, Don just confirmed it, Helmet. See, I know some shit, man. But anyway, I was at the restaurant. I ordered some grits, and they all was staring at me. All of the dudes on the team was just staring at me like, you know what grits are? And they was waiting to see what I was going to put on the grits. And then they started asking me, yo, what you about to put on your grits? And I'm like, the fuck y'all mean what I'm about to put on my grits? I'm about to put some butter, some salt and pepper, you know? They was like, oh, okay. I'm like, why y'all ask me that? They was like, well, we thought you was going to put sugar on them. I'm like, why would you ask me that? Because the coach, he was from Ohio. He was a white boy from Ohio, the coach. And that's what he did. They saw him put some sugar on his grits, so they thought all Northerners did that. And that was a misconception that they had as black Southerners about black Northerners. And I started schooling them. I'm like, yo, we sold grits at McDonald's in Jersey. Like, we know what grits are. Like, I couldn't believe that. But again, the internet wasn't popular back. It's the 90s. The internet wasn't popular. They didn't have no exposure to Northern. I was one of the first Northerners that they had exposure to. So I had to break it down to them and let them know. I'm like, hell, New Jersey is the garden state, dude. I'm like, we had a garden. My grandmother grew corn and tomatoes in the garden. Like, I know how to shuck peas. They was like, word? I'm like, yeah, nigga, like, but they didn't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, sugar grits is nasty, but what it is they thought it was cream of wheat. He thought it was cream of wheat. He didn't know there was a difference between grits and cream of wheat. He was a white boy. I mean, he didn't know. He's a white boy from Ohio. I went to Ohio last year and I was in Denny's and ordered some sweet tea. The lady brought me some hot tea out, a hot cup of water in a tea bag. I said, the fuck is this? She says, well, you ordered tea. I said, no, baby, I ordered some sweet tea. I was like, y'all don't know how to make tea? She was like, no, we don't make tea. We don't have no way to make it. I said, you got these tea bags? I said, I know you got hot water. Put all that shit together, mix it up, and put it in the refrigerator. That's what the hell I want to drink. Most rural people, I'm talking to Don now, most rural people know what grits are, okay? White or black. That's what I found out. So it's not till you get into mainstream white America where they confused about grits. But white people in the South, white people in the Midwest, in Texas, they know what grits are. They know what grits are. But but these are these misconceptions that we have about each other because we don't talk to each other. I live with white people. I know a lot of shit about white people. I've lived with white people, okay? Some of my best friends are white people. And, and everybody always gets this impression. We make assumptions about people. Oh, he this militant black person. I told y'all, my daughter is dating a white boy. My son skateboards. His best friend is a white boy. They always at my house. I love white people. Y'all think I be playing. I'm going to post a picture. I'll post a picture in the comments I took today of my daughter and her little boyfriend. Okay? Y'all think I be playing. We are a lot alike. That's my point. Poor people are poor people. Working people are working people. We are a lot alike. It's only little minor differences. But we let the plutocrats control the media and make us think that we so different from everybody. And we ain't, man. We not. But racism, as I was going back to what racism is, the concept of racism in its present form did not exist prior to the 16th century. Okay? That's a new concept as far as human history goes. You always had slavery. You always had discrimination from different groups. But racism is about economics. That's what it's about. And that concept didn't exist prior to the prior to the slave trade. It didn't exist before that. The word race itself, racism comes from race. Okay, that's where that concept comes from. Okay, there was a race to get to the new world with as many slaves as possible. So who won the race? What language do you speak? The English won the race. They got here first with more slaves. That's why we speak English. And that's why when you go to South America, Central America, they speak Spanish because the Spaniards got there first. That's what racism is about. Who could get to the new world first with the most slaves and send resources back to Europe? That's what racism is about. Now, of course, we've gotten our independence from Europe, but the concept is still the same. It's all about economics, power, wealth, and resources. When one group or individual uses his power, wealth, or resources to force another group to do what he wants to do. That's what racism is. I told y'all that the other night on that first video. Some of y'all ain't watching, or you didn't peep the game that I gave y'all. I'm giving y'all gems. You better start listening. So, what is racism? If I say black people show like chicken, that ain't me being racist. That's me being prejudiced or being a bigot. But if I use my power, wealth, and resources to make it so only black people and poor people can eat chicken predominantly, then that's me being racist. That's what racism is. So let's stop making everything racist. Call it what it is. That person is a bigot. Donald Trump is a bigot. He has some prejudices too. Everybody got prejudices. Again, I told y'all before, I got prejudices against black people. Hey, I just shared a few of them with y'all. We buy sneakers instead of guns. That's some stupid shit to me. That's my prejudice towards black people. I believe that. Black people are, and I don't even understand why white people scared of black people. I don't understand what that fear. Well, I do understand it. Yeah, it's stereotyping. That's part of it as well. But stereotyping comes from prejudice, not the other way around. Okay? The stereotypes are pulled from the prejudices or whatever. But with this white people being scared of black people, why? Black people ain't never did shit to white people, not ever. Black people have been like a loyal hound dog to white America, okay? For the most part. Ain't no group of black people ever did shit to no group of white people, not never. Black people talk shit. We talk loud and arrogant and boisterous and, oh, we gonna do something. Nigga, they ain't gonna do shit. Not never. When black people riot, what they do, they tear their own shit up. That's the stupidest damn shit I ever seen. Go tear their shit up. No, they tear their own shit up. Okay? But I understand where that fear comes from because karma is a bitch. And white people as a group, and I'm being very general, white America as a group is scared. Hello, son. Look, matter of fact, my son just walked in. Let me take a little sidebar. Let me see your skateboard. I'm just talking to this group right now. But you see, he a skateboarder. And he look at his shirt that he's wearing. Okay, that's my son. Okay? Because you're a white boy in a black boy body. That's what the fuck you are, man. Huh? I'm just talking about racism and bullshit like that. I'm the key. You're the key? Explain. Please explain. Let me put my son on because y'all think I pass my crazy genes down to my children. So let me put him on. Okay, please talk to my white people. Okay. How are you the key?
If kids my age were as cool as me, there'd be no racism in our future generation.
Okay. And what race is your best friend?
Landon. He's like my brother.
Yeah, but what is he?
He's white.
Oh, okay. I mean, we think he's white. I still ain't sure, but he is white.
I mean, that's the thing is he's a white dude, but he gets blacker because of me. Oh,
you rubbed off of him.
Rubbed off on me.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Sometimes he's a little blacker than I am.
That's because y'all almost caught a felony together. That y'all brothers now, right? Oh, it's not okay. We don't want to talk about that on the air, huh? How was your day?
It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
We don't. Tomorrow is gonna be the last day, and then Monday it's not officially the last day, but it's the last day.
Okay. All right. Well, just handle your business and do what you got to do, man. That's all. I'm proud of you. You gotta. Ashley said, "Hey, Dream." She watching the video too. But no, I'm proud of you. You handling your business and get that paper and do what you got to do. That's what it's about. You know. That's all it's about. All right, go see your child in there and all of that. Stop talking to the old man. See, y'all thought I was just crazy just to y'all. See, I'm like this all the time. It don't change. This is who I am. And you see my damn son is crazy too, right? Okay. He crazy. But racism, like I said, we got to stop using that word. We got to understand the history of it. And when you don't understand where it came from, you don't know how to combat it. You don't know how to go against it and or process it. It comes from the race during slavery to get here. That's what it comes from. Stop using that word. Or use it when it's appropriate, when it's about economics. That's what it's about. Stop using that word. Because, again, we're a lot alike. A lot alike. And I posted that comment. I was talking about the Donald Glover thing, and I'm waiting for somebody to say something stupid on that one. But I posted that on here because I thought it was relevant, and I thought that was so hypocrite. I thought it was hypocrisy, man, for black women to be talking about Donald Glover dating a white woman. Wasn't nobody checking for Donald Glover before he got famous? So why y'all worried about what he doing now, man? He fell in love with that woman. That's who he liked. So be it. But when a black woman gets with a white man, we never talk about that shit. I told you, Rick and Michonne got together. Y'all love that shit. I loved it too. But it wasn't horrific. That happens. It's been happening forever. But we like this narrative that black women was being raped by the white master and all that shit. No, the fuck it wasn't. It happened sometime, but it was a lot of black men or women rather who willingly went with them white men. Let's be real about it. For whatever reason, they liked the white man, or they was trying to get some power on the plantation. Whatever was going on, there was reasons that they willingly did it. Let's talk about that shit. Again, my grandmother was Irish. Okay, hello. That ain't no accident. That happened. But that's another conversation. We could talk about the black Irish. Okay? We could talk about that. That's a real thing. And most black people have Irish blood in them. How did that happen when the Irish didn't start migrating to America until the late 1800s, right? And they came through New York. Most black people was in the South. So how do most black people have Irish blood? We'll talk about that. I'll do a separate video on the black Irish. Because we was on a slave boat together. That's how it happened. They was selling the Irish. Because England was pissed off. What y'all think Mel Gibson movie was about? Braveheart was about? The English was treating the damn Irish like shit. And they was putting some of them on a damn slave boat. I said I wasn't going to talk about it. Here I go talk about it. But that's what the fuck happened. And then when we got over here, the light babies was worth more than the darker babies. The mulattoes, as they called them, were worth more. So they was using the Irish to breed with the blacks to make mulatto babies. Why you think my grandmother's last name was McKay? You got a lot of black people with the McKays and the McCoys and the mixed somethings with them Irish names. But we don't want to talk about that part of history. That shit was willing. And you couldn't tell my grandmother she wasn't black. She didn't want to hear that shit. Because they treated her like she was black. They treated her father like he was black. How do you think he was able to buy them 16 acres that we got down there in South Carolina in 1912? That's when he bought the land. How did he do that? Because he was light-skinned than a motherfucker, okay? He was able to pass when he went down there to buy that land. He was able to pass for a white man. That's how he was able to do that. Come on now, let's be real. Hell, I got a damn first cousin who looked Puerto Rican. If I show y'all a picture of him, y'all would swear he was Puerto Rican. Let's be real about it. Let's stop acting like we're not closer than what we thought. And I remember when my grandmother died, all the white people showed up to the funeral, and all the relatives was asking me, who them white people? Your cousins. See, because my grandmother, when she retired and we moved down south, she started reaching out to her family. She started reaching out to them. Okay, she hadn't seen them in a long time. Down in Pageland, South Carolina. She started reaching out to them. And I was the one that was driving her. I was going around meeting these relatives. These white relatives, I was going around meeting them. And when she died, they all showed up to the damn funeral. And then my black family was like, where they come from? Are y'all that damn oblivious? You thought your grandmother was light-skinned for no reason? You thought your uncle had blue eyes for no reason? Really? That's what we thought? Okay, I'll roll with that. Dumbasses. See, I didn't trace that family tree. That's something else I'm very big on is the ancestry and the genealogy and all of that kind of stuff. I've done the DNA test and everything. Yeah, I'm Jewish. I got some Jewish blood in me. I'm Jewish, man. Yeah, I want my Holocaust reparations too. Yeah, I'm claiming that. I'm gonna go show up at a damn mosque or whatever the hell. What is it? The temple or whatever they go to. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna have my kufi on and everything. I'm gonna show up. I want to get that money because I have no Native American blood in me. I did the DNA test. None. Yeah, all black people got that story too. They got that Indian hair. No, my good hair don't come from Indian people. It come from the Irish people. It come from Europe, like most black people. But then we don't want to be honest about that. And that's another problem I got with black people. We want to always be something other than black. We want to be Indian. We want to be this. We want to be that. We want to identify with everybody else but black. I'm sorry. I have no Indian or correct term Native American in me. None whatsoever. On no level. It was 0%. But that Irish was strong than a motherfucker in me. Them European genes was strong than a motherfucker. I'm only what? I'm what, 30% European? I think I'll pull it up. I ain't looked at it in a while. I'll pull it up for y'all. Y'all don't believe me? Yeah, my black ass is 30% European. Ain't that some shit? That's why I say I love y'all. I am y'all. I'm part of y'all. Y'all just don't want to claim me because I'm black. I'm dark. But being black is more than a color. It's more to it than that. It's deeper than that. It's cultural. It's more to it. And some of y'all white people that's passing for white, I guarantee we do some DNA test on y'all. Y'all gonna find out y'all got some black people. Y'all got some black in y'all too. Let's be real. I remember it was so funny. I remember when the DNA test first came out and they tested those people they was claiming that they were gypsies or some shit. They wasn't white. They wasn't black. They was up in Ohio. Don might remember this or might know what I'm talking about. They was up in Ohio. It was a group of them, and they was claiming that they were gypsies and they were descendants of the Hebrews or some kind. They weren't Jewish. They weren't claiming Jews. They were so like some offshoot of the original ancestral Hebrews. Okay, we have a conversation about that too. Okay. Because the Jews today ain't the same Jews of the Hebrews of yesterday. But we can have that conversation. We can get into some biblical shit later. Because I'm a scholar on that too. I'll rip you a new one on that. Okay, but anyway, that's just study the word syncretism. That's where we got the new Jews from. Okay, the New Testament Jews that's because of syncretism. Okay, but anyway. I done had some arguments with some Jewish people on that. They hate me because I get in their asses on shit all damn day. Okay? Same thing, somebody brought up the Moors. Man, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no such thing as the Moors. The Moors is just like saying black. Okay? Black could mean a lot of different things across the world. Everybody that's dark skinned ain't a black American. That's not the same thing. Okay, so me going over to England and calling somebody black is not the same as calling me black. Or me going down to Australia calling the Aboriginal people black, it's not the same. Okay, that's what happened to the Moors. That there were many groups of people were considered to be Moors. The Arabs were considered to be Moors at one point. The Ethiopians was called Moors, some of them. A lot of those northern African groups and dark-skinned people who were in northern Africa and in that region in the Middle East were called Moors. Okay, I didn't even understand why that was even brought up yesterday. I didn't even really get into it. And I love these new woke black people. That's another term you probably never heard of. New woke. They just starting to get a little bit of intelligence or whatever. I've been woke, okay? I got insomnia. I've been woke. So the shit that they talking about to me is old shit, okay? I remember back in the day with the 5%ers, and that's probably another term that most white people never heard of. The 5%ers was a group of Muslim Americans that had gained some prominence around the country in like the 80s and the 90s or whatever. They called themselves 5%ers. They used to talk about the Moors and shit like that back in the day. I've been schooled on that. But the Moors or whatever, and just, that goes with that whole quote unquote Asiatic black man. Some of y'all are hip hop fans, Big Daddy Kane used to say that word, Asiatic. No. Black people spread from Africa into some of them groups and mixed with some of them groups, but that don't mean black people are descended from the Moors, okay? Some of them Sicilians was called Moors too, and that dude who made that stupid-ass comment yesterday talking about his people were raped by Moors, no, your people were Moors, okay? The Sicilians was called Moors. They was the black people of Italy, dumbass. The fuck are you talking about, man? Some Europeans, some of the darker Europeans, the olive-skinned Europeans was called Moors. Okay? But there's never been a consistent group of people who has ever been the Moors. They've never been from one specific place. So Moors have been called different things at different times in history. Okay? But black people existed before them, way before them. Okay? Let's be real. And I don't subscribe to that evolution and black people got light and that never happened, and that's not true. Okay, black people didn't move out of Africa and get light skin, and white people didn't move into the desert and get dark skin. That shit ain't happened. If it happened, it'd be happening today. But that's that stupid shit that y'all let people tell y'all. How you explain the Eskimos? They've been living in the damn cold weather for centuries. How you explain them? If this evolutionary trait happened. But again, that's a whole nother conversation. I don't think y'all ready to get deep with that. Okay? So I'm not gonna get there. I gotta give y'all small spoonfuls of shit. I can't give y'all a lot of shit. And somebody was talking about my kufi. I was wearing my kufi and they thought it was a do-rag. No, a do-rag is a wave cap, okay? A kufi, it has nothing to do with that, okay? Kufis, and a lot of people think, oh, kufis got something to do with being Muslim or being Islamic. Has nothing to do with that. The kufi existed almost the entire history of man. Okay, that goes back to the African tribes. And in the African tribes, the kufi was a symbol of intelligence in some tribes. In other tribes, it was a symbol of an adult male. The young boys didn't wear them, but the adults did. And the kufi has been stolen from the African tribes, and other groups of people have adopted the kufi through syncretism throughout history. That's why you got the Arabs who wear the kufi now, and that's where the Muslims got it from. That came from Africa, not from the Muslim people. Okay, in some groups of Africa, it was a symbol for educator. Okay, that's what it meant. It meant that person was a teacher or educator in that community. Okay, The kufi has nothing to do with being Muslim or a wave cap or do-rag or any of that shit, you know. Because a lot of times I wear them and I get people who ask me, am I Muslim or whatever. No, I'm not Muslim. My brother's Muslim. I got Muslim people in my family, but I'm not Muslim. I've studied Islam, just like I've studied Christianity and lots of other religions. I've studied them, you know, extensively. And that's part of the reason why I don't have a religion. Do I believe in God? Yes, I do believe in God. I believe there is a God. That's the only explanation for some shit. There got to be a higher power. But, you know, I just don't believe, I don't agree with religion because I believe religion separates people. And there are good things in lots of religions. There are lots of good things in religions. I just don't subscribe to it because I think it separates people, especially in the black community. Religion separates people. I was just talking, Ashley still watching, I was just talking to her last night about this. Hell, I got more love for some of these white churches than I do black churches. Okay, these white churches be doing their thing. Okay, they be doing a lot of things in the community and do a lot of good in the community where these black churches don't do a damn thing. That's real talk. And I might need to do a whole video on that. But, hey, there's a lot of white churches that I like and I've been exposed to that do a lot of good works in the community. For black people, for poor people, they doing their thing. And I love it. If I ever get some real money, I definitely would donate to them. To some of these white churches that I've been exposed to. And they doing it for love, man. They ain't doing it for no political reasons. They just doing it for love, man. There's some hungry kids out here. They trying to feed them. They trying to make sure people that's poor is getting some resources. They doing their thing actively, just on the strength of that. They ain't doing it for no political reasons. They ain't doing it for no prestige. They ain't running around talking about I'm a minister and I'm this and I'm that and all that bullshit. No, they ain't. You wouldn't even know they was a member of the church. They just doing it. That was the principles of Jesus. Just do work. Do the work. You ain't supposed to share your religion. Jesus said that. You ain't supposed to. You want to pray? Go pray in the closet. You ain't supposed to be sharing that shit. But we get away from that. And we get into, you know, we make up other things, group norms, you know, we make up along the way that ain't based on nothing but what we thought as a group. But it ain't based on the biblical scriptures. It ain't based on what Jesus said. Jesus said he came to bring a sword, not peace. He was battling the establishment. That's what Jesus was about. He was going after the establishment. He wasn't trying to be friends with them. He was going after them. And we need more of that in today's world. People attacking the system. That's what I'm about. I'm attacking the status quo. Jesus wasn't praying for people. He was about solutions for people. When the people was hungry, he didn't go, oh, I'm going to pray for y'all. He says, nah, man, hand me that basket of bread. Hand me that fish. I'm going to feed everybody. He was about solutions. Hey, we ran out of wine. No problem. I'll make some more wine. That's what he was about. He was about solutions. And that's what we need to get back to as a people, being about solutions. As a group of people. As Americans, we need to get back to that, to solving problems. Because we did do that well. We were solving problems at some points, but now we ain't solving problems. We just being political and talking shit about every other group who ain't about the group that we in. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I don't believe in that. Because the Democrats say, I got problems with the Democrats. I got problems with the Republicans. But I got a lot of problems with the Democrats because they claim to be, we for black people. No, the fuck they ain't. Democrats have done nothing for the benefit, specifically for the benefit of black people. Nothing. Let's be real about it. Let's be real about your motives. And that's fine. And that's fine. But the black politicians, they want to get up and start talking about, oh, yeah, we always been supporting them, the black people. We know black people have been voting for y'all stupidly. And I got the Republicans. I could say the same shit about the Republicans because they always like to throw up Lincoln and shit. Lincoln freed the slaves. No, the fuck he didn't. No, the fuck he did. He made a compromise. He was making a compromise between the North and the South because they was fighting over who was going to go out there and get that free land after the Louisiana Purchase. That's what the Civil Rights War was about. It wasn't about slavery. They tried to politicize it and make slavery the primary issue, but the Northerners didn't want those rich Southerners with their slaves to go out there because they had the advantage. They didn't want them to take the slaves out there to the New World. They had the advantage. The Northerners couldn't compete with that shit. That's what it was about. So all them rich Northerners who was benefiting from slavery with them factories, they was making boots, and see, the Northerners like to play like they wasn't for slavery too, but they had those industries and them factories that they was using to supply the slave trade. Where you think the cotton was going? It wasn't just going straight to England. It was going up north to be processed, and they was making clothes and making boots. They was getting rich off slavery too. So that was that hypocrisy that they had. But then when that Louisiana Purchase came around and they got all of that land and they was giving out land to the white folks, see, they barred the black people from getting land. Okay? So when they got that land, that free land, them hundreds and thousands of acres that they got, and we're still supporting these people today through farm subsidies. But that's another conversation. Okay? See, we want to talk about welfare, but we don't ever bring up them farm subsidies. Okay? And then we want to be hypocrites when the Mexicans coming up here looking for work. They looking up work because NAFTA destroyed their economy. We selling corn in Mexico cheaper than they can grow it themselves because we subsidizing it. But we don't want to talk about that shit. We want to play like they coming up here because of gang violence. They coming up here for money. And I don't blame them. I'm not mad at them for doing it. Because guess what? Black people did the same shit. The same shit the Mexicans is doing. They learned that shit from black people. Okay, I was just telling somebody this yesterday. Okay, when black people started leaving the South and moving into the North, the same game plan that the Mexicans is doing when they all live together in the house, black people did that shit. That was the Great Migration. Black people moving from the South to the North. My grandfather told me the story when he left the South and went into the North. He didn't even know who he was going to go live with. It was some lady that had a house who was renting out rooms and was going to help him get a job. That's what my grandmother and my grandfather did when they left South Carolina. What does that sound like? That sounds like what the Mexicans is doing now, doesn't it? So I'm not mad at them. I'm not knocking their hustle. I'm just saying, hey, let's be honest about it. Let's say what it really is. And and that's why they're saying whatever they got to say to get asylum, to get into this country for economic reasons. Let's be honest about it. Because it's happened before. Hell, the Irish did it when they came in. The Italians did it when they came into New York. And they was going into not Pearl Harbor. They was going to Ellis Island. And they were, asking them all of them questions. And they was sending their kids over here by themselves to get to the New World. But we looking at the Mexicans like, oh, they're so horrified. They're so horrible because they sent their kids over here by themselves. We did it. As Americans, we did it. So they learned from us. They learned the game plan. But we being hypocrites and saying, oh, they can't come. Or we going to limit them and limit other groups of people to come. The Cubans did it. The Colombians did it in the 70s and 80s. Let's be real. But we want to pick and choose what groups of people we allow to do it. Because when the Haitians tried to do it, they shut that shit down and sent them Haitians back. Because, see, Western culture is still mad at the Haitians, okay? Because remember I was telling y'all earlier that black people ain't never did nothing. Black Americans ain't never did nothing to white America, okay? But historically, there are two groups of people, black people, who did some shit to white people. And they ain't forgot it. That was the Haitians and the Ethiopians. Okay? Because when the French tried to run up on the Ethiopians, them Ethiopians killed all them French people. They ain't never stopped punishing Ethiopia over that shit. And the Haitians was the second and only other group of black people that ever conquered the white people. They ran them motherfuckers out of Haiti. We all think the Dominican Republic came from. They ran them out of Haiti and they ain't never stopped punishing them for that. That's why the Dominican Republic is rich and wealthy and Haiti is poor. That's racism. They're using their power, wealth, and resources to keep them Haitian people poor. Okay? Let's be honest about it. And that's why when them Haitian people try to come over here in the damn 80s and shit on them boats and rafts, they sent them motherfuckers back. They was asylum seekers. They was asking for asylum. They was getting killed over there. Them gangs and shit that was running rampant in Haiti, that shit was going on over there. They was cutting them arms off of them kids. Hell, they still doing that in Africa today. And in some of them countries in Africa, you want to talk to me about the most dangerous place to live? Go over there to Africa and see them kids with missing arms and holding machine guns and shit. So, no, I don't have no empathy for what's going on in Central America. I don't, because I've seen it before. It's not horrific to me. I've seen it before. I've been desensitized to it because I'm a student of history and I've studied this shit. But because y'all don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it. And y'all can let people tell y'all shit like it's brand new. It ain't been happening every other day somewhere else. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's happening. Stop being overly sensitive to the shit like it's brand fucking new. And it ain't. This shit been going on. But we pick and choose, and that's the plutocracy. The powers that be, the real powers that be, the 1% of the 1%, they're controlling and pulling all your strings. And what imagery you see. See, propaganda is more dangerous than a nuclear weapon. That's the most dangerous weapon that Western civilization has ever developed, is propaganda. And they use that to control how you think and feel. And they tell you, and they want to tell you what to think and feel. Think about it. Think about what I'm saying. Look around. And now the Republicans is mad at the Democrats because, the Democrats are trying to get them over here because they're going to see. In the beginning, when they really started flooding over here, I'm talking about the Mexicans and Central Americans. In the beginning, when they first started flooding over here, the Republicans was for that shit. Because they was thinking, hey, we got some new niggas. Just like they got with the Cubans and the Colombians in Florida. Okay? See, when they let them come up here, it was the Cubans and Colombians. They was Democrats in the beginning. And then once they got their money, they became Republicans. And they thought, okay, hell, we got this happening again. These Mexicans is about to be our new niggas. And we're gonna increase our voting base. Okay? You gotta pay attention to what people say to you. Okay? White people doing the white politicians down there in Texas was saying to you what was gonna happen. They told you that during the Bush years and the Barack years. What did they say during the Barack years? We ain't making enough angry white men fast enough. That ain't Vanessa. I can't remember the politicians. I can't remember the politician's name who said it. I'll look it up. But he said that shit. They not. He told that tells you a lot about what their thinking is. Okay. What the hell does angry white people? Why does a white man have to be angry? Y'all own everything. Y'all already won. You own everything. 98% of this country's wealth is controlled by a white man. Y'all own everything. What you got to be angry for? But that's where that whole, they're taking our country comes from us. When? Motherfucker, when did anybody take anything from you? The 1.5% that you don't own? That ain't shit. You still own everything else. But that's that bullshit that the right wing has been, that propaganda they've been pushing to get white people to fight with black people. We all poor people. Why are we fighting each other? But that's what they do. But they tell y'all black people are trying to take the country from you, or the Mexicans, or the other, whatever group that they want to tell you is trying to take something from you. We don't own shit. And never have. From the end of slavery till now, the concentration of wealth in this country has not changed. Black people have not progressed. 400,000 free black people at the end of slavery. Okay? Only owned 0.05% of this country's wealth. That was at the end of the Civil War. Fast forward to today. that number is still 0.05%. It hasn't changed. So all of that bullshit that they tell y'all that black people are coming up and they're progressing, why? Because of Jay-Z? Because of Oprah? The fuck out of here. They ain't giving me none of that money. So all they did is shift the money around to a lot of black people to a couple of black people. LeBron and them got that money. The rest of us ain't got shit. But that's that gimmick that they tell y'all, and they tell y'all that too to get y'all to fight with us. The average black person ain't got shit. I hadn't taken nothing from y'all. But like I said, going back to the Haiti and the Ethiopians, those are the only two instances in history where a group of black people has ever done anything to a group of white people. Ethiopia and Haiti. That's it. And they still ain't forgot. So again, when them Haitians tried to come over here, they said, fuck no, y'all crazy asses ain't coming over here. We ain't having y'all mixed with our good black people and making them crazy. Y'all ain't fucking up our black people. We got our black people under control. We ain't having y'all crazy motherfuckers come over here and fuck it up. They did the same thing to the Ethiopians. This ain't Van's opinion. This ain't Van's word. Look this shit up. This is history. I'm not telling y'all nothing that's not true. Look this shit up. Look it up. Open your eyes. Go look at Haiti. Pull up some pictures of Haiti. And then go pull up pictures of the Dominican Republic, which is on the same fucking island, and see the differences. If you think I'm lying to you. Go over there to Ethiopia. Pull up some pictures of Ethiopia and see what the fuck happened over there. They still getting their asses kicked. They still getting punished. It ain't gonna happen. But everybody ain't singing that song that the American plutocrats are trying to sing and tell y'all. Other groups of people ain't stupid. That's why I tell you Kim Jong-un, whatever the fuck his name is, he ain't giving up the nuclear weapons. That ain't gonna happen. They got Gaddafi, right? Gaddafi gave up them nuclear weapons, and where is he at? Dead. And within 10 years of him giving up them weapons, he was killed. Okay? Saddam tried to fuck around and get some weapons and shit. They killed his ass too. They found him hiding in a hole. He dead too, right? Ain't nobody hiding in no hole trying to go down fighting. He was hiding for a reason. He was trying to stay alive. Why is he dead? Because he fucked up. But Kim Jong-un ain't giving up his shit. He know what the deal is. I told y'all I'm going to get that Dennis Rodman, Donald Trump, and Kim Jong-un tattoo if it ever happens. I seriously doubt it's going to happen. History tells us otherwise. Okay? Them North Koreans are not crazy. They know what the fuck America's capable of. We try to preach that morality and all of this other shit. We the only country to destroy another country with nuclear weapons. Okay? We fucked Japan up after Pearl Harbor. Okay, and the rest of the world ain't forgot that shit. They know we got these white boys is tough over here, man. They ain't like them ones that was in England. Them English motherfuckers is punks. These white boys we got over here is straight gorillas, man. They don't play that shit. You piss these white people off over here in America, they will blow your country up. And the rest of the world knows it. Okay? Y'all better get hip. We got some tough ass white boys. Shaft told y'all that shit back in the damn 70s. Shaft said these white boys tough as fuck. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. The rest of the world ain't sleeping on y'all. Like I said, black people talk that rah-rah shit, man. But some shit jump off, man. You better have you some white friends so you can stay alive. Because y'all ain't got no goods. Y'all don't even know how to fire weapons. That's why I told y'all, that's how they pulled off that Trayvon Martin shit. Tell y'all all that dumb shit because y'all don't know how weapons work. So if martial law comes, like a lot of the conspiracy theories are saying, black people is the first to go. Y'all don't control your food supply. You ain't got no guns. You don't own no land. Y'all the first to go. Y'all the weakest population. You better get hip. Better get hip to the shit, man. Y'all ain't ready for no damn the Motherfucking Armageddon. You ain't ready for the zombie apocalypse. You better get hip to the shit. My friends is preppers, man. I fuck with the doomsday preppers. I'm learning everything I can from them motherfuckers. They gangster. Y'all think the motherfuckers in the hood is gangster. Them white boys just run around in the woods as straight gorillas, man. I love it. I've been hanging out with them since I moved. When I moved to South Carolina, I started hanging out with them. Y'all better get hip. Y'all ain't got no guns. Some shit jump off. Y'all can't protect yourselves. Y'all gonna talk that tough shit. But you ain't gonna do a damn thing. That's your history. You too loyal. You too loyal to white folks. Black people. Y'all love white people. Malcolm X told y'all that shit. Oh, our house is burning, man, so we better put our house out. Yeah, y'all still got that thinking. Y'all better pay attention. There's a reason why they killed Malcolm. There's a reason why that Martin Luther King got killed first, not Malcolm X. Martin Luther King started fucking with that money, man. He started going back to his roots. In the beginning, he was about that money. And then he got caught up in civil rights. And the powers that be played him out and started getting him on civil rights. But then he started getting back to his roots and started talking about that money. And once he started talking, that's what the whole March on D.C. was about, money. Once he started fucking with their money, they killed his ass. He would have been down in the South talking about just be peaceful and shit. He could have kept doing that. He would have been alive. But once he started fucking around with that money, nah, this nigga got to go. And they shot him. Hello. Malcolm X was next. They got him after that. He started fucking with their money. When he was talking about going over there to the UN, they was letting him talk all of that political militant shit when he was up there in fucking New York. When he started fucking around going over there to Africa trying to rouse shit up and going to the UN and all of that fucking with their money. Oh no, we got to kill this nigga. Y'all better peep that shit. Y'all better peep that shit. That's why you ain't got no black leaders today. Because they scared. They ain't trying to get killed. They scared. That's why they only putting safe black people up. They don't want nobody up there stirring up y'all good black folk. They don't want nobody stirring up the system that they created. So they ain't gonna put nobody on TV and too much that's gonna tell you the truth. That's gonna really try to lead you. They put these clowns on TV like Kanye. He's a fucking clown. George Bush don't like black people. This nigga sounded like a damn slave up there on TV during Hurricane Katrina. I knew he was crazy back then. Y'all fucked it with him. I ain't never bought a Kanye CD. Fuck that nigga. See, y'all getting the truth, man. And some of y'all can't handle the truth. Y'all think Van crazy. I'm trying to find my lighter, man. Hold on a minute. One of these kids done came in here and stole my shit. But I talk to y'all just like this is how I talk, man. I talk to black people and white people identically. I don't talk to y'all differently. I give y'all the real, man. And I'm about to fry some damn chicken too. There you go. I blame the kids. It wasn't even the kids. It was me. I left it outside. That was me. But yeah, man. I just say you got these new woke black people that think they know some shit, don't know nothing, man. Repeating shit that some stupid ass motherfucker said 20 years, 30 years ago. They acting like because they got the internet, they ran across it and they think it's brand new and shit. The Illuminati or some shit. Fuck the Illuminati. They ain't Jay-Z and the Illuminati. Get the fuck out of here. Jay-Z ain't got enough money. Lil Bootsy and or whoever, I don't even know these damn rappers' names. Lil Bootsy and the Illuminati and fuck out of here. He ain't got no money. You got to have money to be running the world. Jay-Z ain't got money like that. Think about this. Bill Gates got more money than every black person put together, including Jay-Z and Oprah. The fuck are we talking about? But they don't use their common sense like that. Jay-Z is a welfare case compared to Bill Gates. But see, we don't understand politics. We don't understand money. We don't understand economics as a people. So we let people say stupid ass shit to us like that. Jay-Z ain't running the world. Oprah Oprah ain't doing shit. They broke compared to Bill Gates. Y'all better wake up, man. And when I say y'all better wake up, I'm talking about poor working people, black and white. Y'all better wake the fuck up and get hip. Stop letting people tell y'all stupid shit to keep us divided. See, because the plutocrats understand they know history too. And they understand every great civilization has failed. Why? Why did every great civilization fall? Because the plutocrats get too much money and they keep it from the poor people. It ain't black and white, but they're using this racism shit that they created to keep y'all poor people from unifying against them. That's what this whole shit is about. The whites fighting the blacks, the women fighting the men. The children, now they got the children fighting the adults. Parents out here, punk ass parents, PAPs, punk ass parents out here scared to discipline their children. The fuck out of here. I'll knock my goddamn children the fuck out. Have done so. I don't play that shit. And children love me. I ain't beating my kids and abusing them. Abusing your kids and disciplining your kids are two fucking things. Okay? Two fucking things. Two different things. My kids don't run shit in my house. They kids. And I'm a punk ass parent sometimes. I ain't gonna sit here and tell y'all I'm this super tough black man and all that. I'm a punk ass parent. I love my kids. I be trying to spoil them too. Where you think that damn $300 skateboard came from that he got in there that's custom made and shit? Yeah, I was a punk ass parent. I bought the skateboard. I did it. I gotta be honest with y'all. I still knock his big ass out. And he know it. But you got kids today, they ain't scared of their parents. They running their parents. Girl tried to tell me about her daughter one time. Oh, you can't handle my daughter? The fuck I can't. I guarantee I'll straighten your daughter out. Give me a week. I have a little ass. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. She'll be doing chores with the rest of them. Me in here washing dishes at 5 years old. Fuck out of here. Going to bed on time. I don't play that shit. You going to bed. It's 9:30. You better get your butt in that shower. My niece sent her damn son over here. She was in the hospital and had me watch her two sons, 5 years old and 1 year old. And the grandmama gonna call me, ask me how I get them in the bed on time. I made they go to bed. They knew they was gonna get their ass whooped. I don't play that. I done whoop my kids at social services. Y'all some punk ass parents. Ask the damn lady, what you gonna do? I ain't abusing my kids. I'm disciplining my kids because if I don't do it, somebody else is gonna do it out there in the street later. That's abuse, not preparing your children for the world. My kids are very respectful. You see my kids out in the street cutting up, smack them upside their head and send them home. That's when I'm giving all y'all the permission to do that. That's how it used to be. White, black, whatever. That's how we used to raise our kids. Kids didn't cut up out in the street. You had some fucking manners to yourself. In the hood, you had manners too. Somebody would knock your ass out. We had something better than cell phone back in the day. We had the grapevine. Yeah, some of y'all old heads know what I'm talking about that grapevine. That's when you done did some shit in school, and before you get home, your parents already know about the shit. You like, how the fuck you know? You try to answer the phone or take the phone off the hook so the damn school don't call. You think you safe, and then you damn mama, daddy, grandpapa, somebody come home and whoop your ass. You don't even know why you got your ass whooped. You know why? Because you cut up in school. And they found out through the grapevine. Y'all better get hip. Y'all fucking up with this timeout shit, man. You better talk to your kids, stop timing out. I'm going to knock them out. You better knock them out, stop timing them out. That's why they down in the basement making bombs and ordering guns on the internet and shit. Because y'all timing them out. Ain't no locked doors in my house. I open them doors all the time. My son, 18 years old, I still open his door. The hell you doing in here? What's going on? That's why he got a baby now. That baby ain't get made in my house. Baby got made at the girl mama house. Okay? And we let that lady know that too. Ain't no privacy in my house. I'll take the damn hinges off the door. You won't have no door. Ain't no privacy. Fuck out of here. And I let other people know when you bring your kids to my house, I straighten your kids out too. The little white boy, I told his father, I'm gonna fuck his son up if I catch him in that bed with my daughter. I told him right in front of his daddy. If I catch you, yeah, y'all could be boyfriend and girlfriend, and y'all could do the little kissy stuff, but let me catch somebody in there hunching and see what happens. I'm gonna put your son in the hospital, so you let them come over here, that means you agree with me. He was like, yeah, I agree with you. Okay, we ain't making no more babies in this house until they get older. Fuck out of here. Y'all know how to talk to your kids. Y'all know how to talk to each other, man. Communication is the problem right now. We got these smartphones and we dumb as hell. We don't talk to each other. We talk at each other. We got to start talking to each other. That's what happened yesterday. They wanted to talk at me on my post. They ain't even watch the damn video. Watch the video. Then you know what I'm talking about. Count to 100 before you decide to respond to somebody. Take a breath and think. Because again, like I told y'all do that out in the real world, man. Somebody gonna put their hands on you. I promise you that. I'm very respectful when I talk to other men, man. I don't know what another man, nigga, been up put his hands on me. I ain't got time for nobody jumping on me because I done said something slick. But see, some of y'all ain't real men, man. Y'all hiding on the internet and trying to reinvent yourselves and stuff. Get in front of you in person and you quiet as a church mouse. Van is van. No matter what. That's why I'm waiting for Don to bring his ass on down to Charlotte so we can hang out. And he'll tell you, we gonna do a video when he get down here. Yeah, he just like he is on the video. Yeah, you damn right, that's me. My mama could be right here. I'll still be talking just like this. Matter of fact, I'd be worse. My mama be instigating me. I'm worse when my mama around. My mama an instigator. Y'all better get hit, man. Get real. I ain't mean to talk this long either, man. My intentions was to do a damn 10-minute video. I'm probably at damn 45 minutes. I need to go in here and cook dinner for my family. Because that's what good. Contrary to popular belief that black men don't take care of their kids and take care of their families and all of that shit. No, wrong. That's wrong. Don't believe that myth. Open your eyes. Look around. My kids, y'all heard my son speaking. He ain't speaking like some hoodlum. He spoke very intelligently, didn't he? My daughter's going to a summer program for Bell Scholars. She going to smart school and shit. Her little dirty ass. She's a genius. They probably making nuclear bombs at the damn school and I don't know about it. Damn smart kids. Don't let people tell y'all. Right now, you got an authentic black man in front of you. Don't let people put these damn people on TV. Hell, you can't even tell who they are. They sound like white people a lot of times. And I'm not saying they're white because they speak with proper English. I speak with proper English. These motherfuckers sound like if you cut the lights off, you wouldn't know who you was talking to. You wouldn't know. And they doing it on purpose. Oh, wow. It was an hour and 45 minutes? Have I been talking that long? I just did a damn hour and 45-minute video. Are you serious? Are you serious? Man, you type too slow, man. I need instant answers. I need instant gratification, man. This supposed to be 4G, man. I need you to type faster. Stop letting people out. Challenge stupidity, man. We supposed to speak truth to stupid. That's what we supposed to do. Damn, hour 45 minutes. She just told me. Damn, I'm running my fucking mouth. I did not know I was talking that much. It was the air conditioning, man. I'm gonna blame it on the air conditioning. It was the air conditioning, man. It ain't my fault. It was not. It was comfortable in there. See, I'll be out here. I get hot. I cut the phone off. But speak truth to stupid, man. Don't let nobody say stupid shit and you don't say nothing. Because they trying to steal your reality from you. They trying to change reality. It's raining outside right now. Can't nobody tell me it ain't raining. I'm out here. But that's the shit we let go on TV. You let these motherfuckers on TV tell you it ain't raining and you standing outside getting wet. It's either raining or a squirrel pissing on you. One of the two is happening. Something's happening. You getting wet. Don't let people tell you ain't getting wet. Don't let them tell you that craziness, man. Something in my eye. Sorry, I'm using this as a mirror right now. Trying to, anyway. The light ain't right. I can't see what I want to see. Okay, whatever. But, man, don't let people tell y'all crazy shit. Can't nobody tell me nothing crazy. I either stop talking to them or I confront them. That's how I handle stupidity. I always don't confront them because it ain't worth my time and it don't concern me. But in Wakanda, we don't allow stupid people to say stupid shit. I'm going to start barking at motherfuckers, man. I'm telling you. They tell somebody say something stupid, I'm start barking at them. I'm going to start doing that shit to them. White or black. You ain't allowed to speak saying stupid shit. Think about what you're saying. Go sit in the corner. Think about what you're saying. Telling you dumb shit. Shit that don't even make sense. But listen, I'm about to break. I seriously, I gotta go cook this chicken because I'm getting hungry. So I'm gonna go fry up some chicken. I don't know what I'm cooking with it though. Maybe I need to do a cooking video. Cause y'all sleeping on my skills, man. I'm nice in the kitchen. But anyway, I'm gonna go cook this chicken and I'm gonna holler back at y'all. Holler at your boy. Follow V.